Good early morning on this thinly departing high overcast, puffy clouds with sunshine increasingly coming through them. High overcast on this early spring, early June day in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois. It's absolutely beautiful today to start summertime. 66 degrees this morning, very low humidity to start the day. I believe the humidity and the dew points will be increasing as the week goes on and we start to get a southerly flow and some moisture out of the Gulf, and it'll feel more muggy as we go towards the weekend. Vincenzo does not like that. Vincenzo likes low dew points and low humidity, but I see Vincenzo sees significant colder air coming in for the time of the year for the Great Lakes in the Midwest as we progress into week 2 and 3 of June. So Vincenzo is very excited about that. Now, Dogecoin, the other day we said I was actually in a position, remember that? The other day I entered in a position down there, and I put that 45-cent mark up on Sunday because I thought it could pop up there. But when I was driving, I got driven out right here when it started to come down. I made a few percent, and it did eventually a few days later if I would have been patient. 1997, my man that's commenting right now, 45 cents was our upper resistance, and we thought it would get rejected there, and it's probably going to get rejected there. I'll keep you updated on that, and if it does, its first target is the 200-day moving average below it. It did play out beautifully out of that pattern that we deciphered for you. See that? The blue line and the orange uptrending line. I should have stuck with my play. I would have been rewarded by 30-40%, but I made a few percent and got driven out when I was driving back to Bloomington on Monday. And that's when I entered Ethereum, and you can see why I'm in Ethereum. It looks exactly the same as Dogecoin and XLM and XRP. They all popped and have since come down because they're still, if you look at Doge in the daily time frame, the volume's still considerably crashing. That's why I think I still have a shot with this, and I have a moderate position, and I have not sold, and I will continue to try to fight and scratch and claw my way up to that 10 or 15% gain. Just like Doge, I have that upper red line in a similar spot where there's major upper resistance. If it could break this downtrend, just like Doge did, I think you could go up to $99 real quick, because that'd be a similar pump as Doge, XRP, XLM, and there's one other coin that did it. So that's what I'm playing right now. It worked beautifully on Doge. I entered that position on Sunday night at 29.5 cents. But I got nervous when I was driving, not being able to really look at the price, and I got stopped out, or I actually had a trailing stop loss, and it stopped me out at a few percent gain, which I could have made another 15 or 18% if I would have stuck with it. But that's why I'm sticking with this one right now. I'm up currently on the position a few percent, I think 4%. I was up about 7% on that peak to almost 70 just before I woke up. And of course, as soon as I wake up, the price wants to come down to fuck with me. But I'm going to stick with it right now because I still believe this thing has a very good shot to pop. And I will not take a loss on it by very much, maybe a few dollars, because I will sell if it breaks below that white uptrending support with good volume, but it hasn't shown any signs of doing that yet. So I'm still in the position at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, and I'm still playing a possible Doge move. That's why the lines are similar. If you look at that formation and the one we deciphered for you in Doge on Sunday, we put that same yellow line. See that? Same pattern. You got to zoom out a little more in Doge. See that? It's the same pattern. Same upper resistance, right? See that? It was a beautiful call by Vincenzo. Made Sunday night you can watch that video when I entered the position, right? I just didn't stick through it, but that's what I was talking about. The overall volume is still down in the hour. And then if you want to go to the daily, it makes that move look like nothing. The volume's still crashing. So this is a short-lived move, and it will quickly sell off, which it might have hit its peak at 46 cents, 47 cents, where that upper resistance was drawn by Vincenzo a few days ago. And that's exactly the thing that gave us Monday and yesterday why we're playing Ethereum Classic because Ethereum itself and Ethereum Classic, you can see, looks almost identical. So we're anticipating and playing a similar move, and I'm just patiently waiting and hoping it pops, and I will keep you updated on that. Let's go to our market share as I drive to work now that I got that. Extensive updates on these coins because I'm getting a lot of questions, as is normally the case when the price is moving, right? Let's look at our market share. We've had some developments in the market share because of Coinbase. Yeah, I'm getting that question a lot. Because Coinbase is going to list Dogecoin. It's not going to do a big thing as far as pumping the price. Yeah, you can buy the rumor and sell the news is what is going on right now. But by Coinbase listing Dogecoin, there's already 1 million exchanges that list Dogecoin. If you want to buy Dogecoin right now, you can buy Dogecoin. It's not hard. I can buy Dogecoin on Robinhood. It's actually cheaper to buy Doge on Robinhood because there's no fees. But there's a more risky because you technically don't hold your crypto. Some third party holds your crypto and they loan it to you until you sell it for a profit or sell it for a loss. But any pump is going to be temporary, like I just went over, and Dogecoin has much, much lower targets. But we deciphered and called that beautifully Sunday night, and it pumped up to our upper target at 47 cents. Real quick, I got about 5 minutes before I get to start patrolling the parking lot again, as our guys start at 7, and I get to start waving trucks in and whatnot. Let's see. Whoa, shit. Sorry, asshole. Almost hit that guy. Hand came off the steering wheel, right? Freaked him out. Made him shit his pants a little bit. But if you look, we're getting 1,800 views a day. It'd be nice if we could get that up to 3,000 by next week, viewers. And we haven't got any new viewers. We need to start getting more subscriptions, right? 17,000 views. Our reach, we're up to 174,000. It's good. Impression click is slightly going up. Our audience is my favorite part of my market share, 4.8%. It's not looking good for that female program director. We've been cut in half since I hired her. She's been put on a 2-week notice. If we can't stabilize that ship and start slowly coming back up, she's probably going to be out of a job, just as her predecessor, Sir Theodore Lummox. Theodore Lummox was fired after he had abysmal, horrible performance. But we've stuck with this lady a little bit longer. It does not seem to be paying off. The 18 to 24-year-olds, we've lost a little market share. 25 to 34, we're gaining it, right? We like to get the young people in to shape the minds of Austrian economics, right? So we're going to try to do a good job there. 35 to 45 continues to be our strong suit. 45 to 54 is slightly gained. And the 55 to senior citizen group and up, I believe my father is the only one there. United States, still market dominance, but United Kingdom up to 8.9% now. We love you in the United Kingdom, right? Australia still fastly rising to 4.7. Hello to the land down under. But Canadian, our Canadian bacon fellows drinking our beer. It was highly rising, 4.1. We love that, right? Our Canadian buddies up there, we appreciate you. Poland moving on up. Germany, one bad marketing director, as I always say, coming on up. You were at 0.3 about 3 weeks ago. Now you're at 1.4% of the market share. Welcome, Germany. We don't hold one bad marketing and evil guy against the beautiful, lovely, nice German people. Nigeria, South Africa, the Netherlands, and the Philippines, all squeezing in there and trying to move market share up. India, Ireland, Mexico, Belgium, Finland, and Singapore. Hey, Singapore checking in. And then 24% of the market share that is not diverse enough, right? Very excited about that. And real quick, the fuck is this? Oh, it's the price of lumber. This is part of the inflation I'm talking about. Look at the price of lumber. The CPI can say there's no inflation all they want. Well, here's your fucking price of lumber since 2012. I would say it's pretty fucking high inflation, month over month, year over year, and 5 year over 5 year, especially year over year. Look at that. Look at that shit, son. It's starting to come down now. It's fucking crazy, right? It's horrible. Lumber prices skyrocketing, not good. The US dollar, let's look at that real quick. I'll bring that up in one of my updates. Look at Ethereum Classic starting to move a little bit. Keep an eye on that. I mean, it's due to pop. All the other ones are. Let's find the US dollar. Like oil, crude oil, $68 a barrel, and it's threatening to break out into the mid-70s. If it can break 70, it's going to fly right to 80. And that's all because the US dollar has been getting hammered because Joe Biden is one big printing press. Pollen alert in New York, we're not there. You can see crude oil has been on a tear since Joe Biden took office. Right, you see that? It's on a massive tear since Biden took office. Well, I don't know, we're at 10-year highs maybe, or getting close. See that? We just broke our earlier high. Go out to the monthly. Fuck that shit off. You can see the last time we were this high in crude was, so we're at a 3.5-year high. I think we're going to blow by that here soon. Let's get the dollar index. The currency, hey, it got back above the 90 handle, but you can see what we got going on here in the dollar index. I always say look out, right? And this is scary when you look out in the dollar index. You can see what's been going on since 1986. The dollar's been going up and down, but going considerably down each time. Lower highs, lower lows. We're in a falling wedge. And that 79 handle, I believe we are going to threaten. And that was near the mean of our all-time record low. And that was, it nearly brought the whole world to its knees. And it did because the United States was collapsing. And I believe under a Joe Biden administration that we have, unfortunately, this is going to break down. In the best case scenario for you dollar people, to give yourself another half a year, is you pumped up a resistance and then you crash. More likely is if you pump, you're going to get hit by that overhead 50 and you're going to straddle and you're going to come down here real quick. You see how there's, wow, very impatient behind me. The fucking light just changed. I should go slower now just to piss this guy off. But you can see there's nothing but air there in the dollar index, right? There's nothing there. If we break this, where we're at now, if we break the 89, 88, 87, there's nothing there south of 88 until you get to 78, and that would be a catastrophic collapse and massive inflation and dollar devaluation and the cost of prices going up because Joe Biden has already put in $5.5 trillion of inflation this year because, as we know, inflation is just expanding the money supply, and then the effect of that is prices rise, and then you have product shortages, right? That's all coming. Broad lines are coming. All that's coming to the United States. Wage and price controls are coming. Get ready for that. I'm trying to get your portfolios in line. When you make money on trades, diversify into non-U.S. denominated assets that pay good dividends and then have solid balance sheets. Silver and gold mining stocks, silver and gold bullion, all this phenomenal spot to put some money. I've actually just bought a few $1,000s more of. I'll give my man Peter Schiff a little plug here. He is a financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor, so I can't recommend you to buy this. This is strictly educational and entertainment only at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing Radio Network. But Europac Gold Fund A, it pays a 9.52% dividend. So whatever you have as your account value for the year, you're gonna get just over 9.5% dividend per year on that money. So I'm buying a few thousand more dollars of that today. It's a solid fund. It's been out for about 11 years. Morningstar, it's 3 stars right now. For 5 years in a row, it was the #1 overall gold fund rated by Morningstar, which is like the creme de la creme of stock ratings when you can get that from Morningstar. But from inception date till now, when you add the stock price movement plus the accumulative interest and dividend payment, it's up about 170% if you would have bought it on day one. Even after it had a big bull market in his fund, a long few-year bear market in his fund, he's still up cumulatively nearly 170% when you add the dividends on, which is phenomenal for any fund, let alone Peter's fund. None of these other mutual funds can perform like that. So instead of having that few $1,000s in cash, where I'm going to get $1 in interest for the year in the bank, right? I'm going to go and take that 9.5% dividend. Plus, I think that stock in the next year is going to skyrocket. I've owned it for a year. It's been in a consolidation mode primarily since I've owned it, but I've gotten last year I got 8.25% dividend. So even though I didn't make any money on the stock going up, I'm still up on the position because of that 8.25% dividend I was paid out at the end of last year. I believe he pays it out twice a year, at the halfway point and then at the end of the year, I believe. So it's going to be a phenomenal dividend when I get it. I'm approaching the start of my traffic parking lot picture duty inventory day. I will give you extensive updates, and we'll get in more into the dollar index as I can settle down here and get into my day. Like, subscribe, and y'all. Peace and love. Peace and love.